We have some massive technicals to check out. We have Nvidia hitting its 50-day. We have Tesla popped over $400 yesterday. We have Bitcoin kind of sputtering out a little bit. What in the world is going on there? And then I also have a bonus stock for you. DraftKings is going to be absolutely incredible to watch for. So I got those technicals for you in this video. So we'll go and we'll check those out. By the way, if you want to see these technicals before they hit YouTube, you can find them over at the Discord, available through the Patreon, links down in the description. And using the code word DOCTOR, D-O-C-T-O-R, for Stockmo Academy, you can learn to do this technical analysis yourself. Click on that link for Stockmo Academy. Sign up using the code word DOCTOR. Massive discount. In the meantime, let's get right into the technicals on this. So we're looking at a big fat mess on the Nvidia chart here. But let me take away some of these technicals so that you can see what I'm seeing on here with what we saw last time here, where we were finding the 50-day, which is the red and the pink here. One's the EMA, which is the red. The pink is the SMA that's on here. So simpler exponential moving averages. Exponential will be a little bit more reactive to the near-term stuff, whereas simple moving averages add up the last 50 candles, the closes, and divide by 50. And there you go. There's your simple moving average. So what we have here is that we had support broken and then just rallied back up above it. Got a nice little bullish movement where we bottomed out at, looks like 135, and rallied all the way up to high price 146. So nice little gain for Nvidia on that ride, but now it's finding itself dropping back down. So far, finding support at the 50 days once again, that we came down and touched the SMA, closed up above the EMA, little bit of a red candle. This is still a very indecisive candle, but it goes back to what I said last time about the last time that we were here with Nvidia, is how far could this thing drop? And I said it matters what happens around those 50-day moving averages, that if they hold as support, if we find ourselves back up above them, we could see a bullish movement, and that's exactly what happened. We're in those same circumstances now. If we find support at those 50s, we could take another bounce from here, and then we'll watch and see if we have a nice little ride into the sunset to close out 2024 and to begin 2025 near $150. We'll have to see that. If it breaks support here, and if instead we go down below the 50-day, we retest as resistance, and that resistance gets confirmed, we could fall a bit lower from where we're at right now for Nvidia. So as a long-term investor in Nvidia, well, I hope to see those lower prices come in for some cheaper stock to add more onto my position over time. So what we're looking at right here, again, watch for that drop below. If we get that, see, last time we did drop below, but we actually closed just above the 50-day, and I said over in the Discord, I said this is a bullish thing to close up above here. The price is probably going to rise, and then it did. Still have my short hedge out there. I considered closing it and decided to keep a hold of it anyway, just in case we see a relapse or recurrence of this. And so right now, just hedging against my long position that I have to just fund some more positions, if you will. If we do get that sort of drop, I still have that short hedge out there. Pre-market hours this morning, just above the 50 EMA on this and still up above the SMA. Watch for that drop. Over to Tesla, an even bigger mess that we have here. So 414.50, this white line going across your screen, that is a split adjusted all-time high for Tesla stock, which I mentioned in my last video, set somewhere back in, I think it was November of 2021. Here, we'll go back this way and we'll find it. There we go. And it was the week of November 1st. So first week of November 2021 was last time that we hit that peak before selling off. Just above that value is the 78.6 Fibonacci extension level. So we would be watchful for that. We might get back there. We might not. We're going to have to watch and see what happens. But up above 414.50, probably a significant rejection coming our way. We got it yesterday with 400 kicking us right back down. The low price yesterday, big swings on this, down to 378 after peaking up at 404.80. So almost 405. We got to get back up on top of that 400 number. We got to get a close up above this pink line right here, which is about 396. If we get a candle close up above there, we're in really good shape for that rise up to all-time highs. And I think that we could see that before the end of the year. So let's move on from that over to a Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, you can see the RSI down here at the bottom of your screen, kind of sputtering out a little bit. We got a little bit of bearish divergence happening from this rise here to that fall there. If we do happen to tumble down below the blue 20-day on this, there we go. Let's move into this so you can see it a little bit better. If we fall down below this blue 20-day, which we've had as support the past, well, pretty much for the month of December, we'll say we've had it as support. Every time finding buying pressure down below that, if we tumble back down to the 50 EMA or SMA, back down below 90,000, I think we're going to find a rampant rise from there if we happen to fall down below that. As of right now, that 20 days still support. We're down below the 5 EMA. We're up above the 13 EMA. So we don't have those crosses, but watch for a cross of the faster moving averages, green over yellow over blue. If we have them crossing down over like this, that could be a bearish sign, and maybe we get a further momentum drop out of that. I'm kind of hoping that we do, because I would like to have an excellent entry point, because I think we do have a rise up to about 120,000 on this one. So I talked before in other videos about a cup and handle pattern, if you will, that would take us up to about 120,000. We also have an important Fibonacci value up at 127.17, and I've also talked in other videos about the fact that we could have this. There's that low 121.246 that's on here as well. So for Bitcoin, there is a cup and handle pattern. I think I can show it here in just a couple clicks. There's a weekly chart. There we go. And we're also going to take down all those lines. And what you see on here in front of you with that cup and handle, here's the cup. Here's the handle trailing off of it. And that distance from the bottom of the cup up to this lower lip of the cup that we have here, the lower rim, from this breakout moment upward from there is what sends us up to that $120,000 per BTC. And so that pullback to the 50-day, would that be... well, that's the 50-week. My apologies. Let's go to 50-day. There we are. Not quite as deep this time. That would be some nice little rest. Probably bring us back down close to 50 for the RSI and a nice pump off of that. Now, mind you, I can dream up these amazing, like perfect setup technicals. Listen, if it happens, I'm going to be ready for it. That's why I put that out there right now. We could honestly have that support going on right now from the 20-day. We're going to have to see. But if we break that 20-day and if we get rejected off the 20-day as resistance, we could fall further from where we're at right now. I think it's absolutely worth watching for that opportunity to come along, because if it gets down below 90,000, some people are going to be, poo-pooing Bitcoin, saying, well, that runs over. But honestly, I think that sets up for that next part of the run, that next phase that we have going on for Bitcoin. So I told you guys that I would wrap things up with DraftKings. I already put these technicals out for DraftKings over at the Discord. You can find them right now using the link down in the description for the Patreon. Click sign up, head on over to Discord. It's ready to go for you. I'll probably be making a purchase today. And if you want to see what that purchase is, that's also available over at the Discord. And if you guys want to see these technicals yourself over at the Discord, you can, because like I said, they're already over there. So we have, an inverse head and shoulders pattern happening right now. Distance from the bottom of this head up to the neckline is the distance that you see up here, putting this up to about $55.32. That neckline also happens to be a very critical Fibonacci retracement level of 0.5 at about 42.08. And yesterday we closed at 42.48. So this could be that retest that we're looking for that really starts to be that next catalyst. And there's something else to pay attention to besides the technicals, and that would be what we have here for the earnings coming up in February, which is supposed to come in about even. Now, mind you, they have had profitable quarters, at least one of them in the past. This is one that the revenue is still up by about 20% over the year ago quarter on this one. It is very seasonal for DraftKings, and this is their big quarter coming up in February to watch out for. We could have that run leading up to those earnings. So we're sort of, in my opinion, getting a perfect storm if we can hold that support, which you can see here. I said about retesting support for the major Fibonacci retracement level, which happens to be the neckline. So this is, in my opinion, pretty exciting for DraftKings that we could potentially see that rampant rise from here. So we're going to have to watch and see if it happens. We have to see if that neckline holds. If it does, that's going to be incredible support for us, and it's going to give us a lot of upside, like $13-ish from current levels of upside, which is about 30% on top of it. And if you're one to play options, that can be even more so. Now, mind you, none of this is financial advice, but they are all ideas that I'm putting out there. Education, information for you where you can add it into your due diligence to make your own decisions. And like I said, if you guys want to see my technicals, my buys and sells, check out the link in the description for the Patreon. Hop to the Discord, and then using the code word DOCTOR for Stockmo Academy, the other link that's down in the description, you can get a massive discount on a course that sets up these technicals in a very nice, easy to understand manner, small digestible pieces, and includes the bread recipe trading strategy, which will show you when stocks are right before that next big move up or down. You can play in either direction using the bread recipe across really any time frame. It'll just keep on working, and that can be there for you at a discount using code word DOCTOR. And the testimonials coming out, I use it personally, Stockmo use it personally. The people over there learning about it absolutely love it, and they're paying for that course in as little as one trade. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. I'll see you in the next video.